I'm very happy to be here today, and thank you also for inviting me to share a little bit about my life and my career. So I'm very honored to be able to speak to you guys. Should I tell a little bit about?
So just, I think, let's go through your career, how you got there, steps you took.
So we moved to Sweden in 1992. I was 2 years old when we came, and when I was 5 years old, I started to play football in school and on the street outside. So my parents saw the joy I had when I had a ball around me. So then one Swedish teacher, because when my parents came, they had trouble, learning the language and everything. So there was one Swedish teacher. His name was Anders. He suggested that I should go and start with the football team. So I actually started when I was 6, and then my football journey began. So just played a lot, trained a lot. I was very disciplined, motivated. And then by the age of 15, I played in a smaller club, smaller town. So it was the 3rd league, and I started to play already when I was 15, 16, senior football. And after that, I was bought to Malmö FF, which is probably the biggest club in Sweden. After 7 good years there, I signed a contract with the German team called Hoffenheim, and I played in Germany for 4 years. And then, basically I've been a couple of places. I've been in Belgium, South Korea. I've been playing in Croatia, and also Swedish national team, youth national team. And also now, not long ago, I decided to represent the Iraqi national team, which was an honor. So I did 2 games now in the World Cup qualifications. So we will see what happens next. I, of course, football was always my thing, something that I loved, but they made also sure pretty early, the coaches, even my family, we always prioritize school very much, because school helps you also with football, and you need always a plan B. Injuries can come, so many things can happen in the football world. So school was probably always number 1 for me. And then when I finished high school, then I could see, okay, I'm 17, 18 now. Where am I in football? Can I make it by myself? Am I a professional or not? And then when I realized, okay, this is what I want to do, and I have the possibility also to take care of myself with the money I got from football, then I went for it all the way. But before that, it was always like school was also very important. So it's been a good life, a blessed life. I think everything, if you work hard, if you want something, if you also are willing to, you have to dream big, of course, but if you're willing to also do the hard work, you can achieve everything. And that was always my mentality growing up. I knew my goals, I knew my dreams, but I also realized how hard I have to work for it, because you cannot just sit back and think everything will come easy. So that was my main thing, and why I think I succeeded. It was the hard work, also the support from parents. And I also wanted to do something good with my life. Like our parents, they had more troubles, like growing up, we had war, we had everything. So for them to come to Sweden and give me these possibilities to be raised in a good country with education, with football, with all the possibilities in front of us. And that was my biggest motivation, to use my privilege actually to be raised in Sweden, and also be able to help my parents after that, to take care of them. Like I was thinking always, it's their time now to relax, so that was also a big motivation for me.
So that's really fantastic news to hear all that story. But a lot of kids and myself as well asking the important question now. As you know, 2 days ago, Iraq was drawn into the 2nd group of the World Cup qualification in Qatar next year. And you said you are part, alhamdulillah, you are part of the Iraqi national team now. What do you think the chances of Iraq qualifying to the World Cup finals next year?
Yeah, the group is actually pretty tough, but for me, everything is possible. We have amazing young talents, a good team. The results we shown also in the previous group before the next one, that we can beat everyone. So it's 1 game, 2 games, against each other, and everything is possible. I think also Iraqi football, and especially the national team, is developing. The players are playing much better. So, and it's not big difference from the top clubs to the lower ranked teams. So if we have a good preparation and guys are ready, and the shape, like the current shape of the players also. So I think for sure, together with the fans, the amazing fans, when we played in Basra, you have 40,000, 50,000 Iraqi fans singing and chanting, and this also uplifts everyone on the pitch. So if everything goes right, I'm confident that we can make it through.
Inshallah, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Somebody asking where your favorite position on the team.
My favorite position would be, I played always winger, left or right winger, but now recent years, the last 3 years, I've been playing in the number 10 position. So at the moment, that's where I really prefer to play, as a behind the striker, as a number 10.
So we want to see the goals coming through, yeah, in the second round. Please.
I will assist them, don't worry. Okay.
Great, really great. A lot of questions for you there.
Yeah, I see here. Which should I just want to check so I don't miss anyone. Okay, how much practice did you have to do at a young age, from Karim? So basically, Karim, when you are young, 5, 6, 7, up to maybe 10, 11, we practice with the team. We had a coach, and we had maybe 3 sessions a week. You start always a little bit easy, and then you have a more training load the older you get. But for me, the important thing is also that even though the team training is good, you can always do something by yourself. And that's also what makes the difference, because they say you need 10,000 hours to train at something to be very good. And then you need also train by yourself. This you cannot reach only by training with the team. So always have a ball. You can always do something, go out, take a run, call a friend, or play on the street, play. So there is always something that you can do. And that's what I did. So it was basically every day. I trained every day basically, but I loved it, and it was fun. What team do you support in the Premier League? From Ali. To be honest, I have relatives in Liverpool. So when I was young, we always traveled there to visit them. And of course, he took me to a game on Anfield, and he bought me a Liverpool shirt. And I was young then. First time I was maybe 8, 9. And then, of course, I loved Liverpool from the beginning. So in Premier League, I like Liverpool. Do you think Iraq will win the World Cup? From being that's I said also before, with this qualification group, nothing is impossible in this world, and I always believe that if you really have big dreams and you are willing to work hard and everything goes your way, everything is possible. You saw Greece won the Euros not long ago, and now Denmark is in semi-final, and so of course it's a big task, but you never know. Hopefully one day in the future you guys will grow up, if you play football, maybe the new generation, and you can do big things. So that would be amazing if it happened one day.
Ali got a good question. Ahmed Al-Hilli got a good question for you.
Where can you read it out, please?
He's a future star. How is it like to play on a pitch with fans watching? Is it nervous?
Actually, yeah, first time you are always nervous. More for you always want to play good. The thing with the fans is, and I spoken to many players about just this, because when I played in Germany, we had 90,000, 80,000 fans on the stand. But the thing is, when you are nervous, it's a good feeling. If you can control the nerves, this will help you to play better. And you are nervous because you have expectations on yourself, and you want to play well. You want to, you want to play well, as you know that you can. So that's where the nervousness comes from. The fans, actually, when you step on the pitch, you don't notice them that much. Of course, it's loud, and some actions, they can uplift you in the last minutes of the game. They are chanting, and even when you are tired, you get more energy. But it's not like when you're on the pitch, you just feel you are one. So you are focused on the game. So you really don't think about the fans that much to go around and be nervous. So it's just amazing to have fans. So yeah, it's a part of it also. You need to adapt, and you will get used to it more and more. But of course, first couple of times, it's always a little bit nervous. Why? Yeah, why did you want to be a footballer? What inspired you to be a footballer, from Yusuf? It was just, I tried many sports actually. I tried many sports, but I just loved football. I think football is very universal. My father also loved football, so we always watched football at home. And it's so simple. You just need a ball and a pair of shoes. And the love that football creates, like, you know, sometimes I couldn't even communicate with a guy from a team or something like that. But when you play football, it's one language. And that's also what I love about football. It doesn't matter where you come from, what skin color you have, if you have different upbringing. When you're on the pitch, it's like you're a family. So that feeling of being in a team and have good people around me also made me love it even more and inspired me to be a football player.
This is really a good sentiment from Ali Rida Musawi. Thank you, Ali, for this. He said, I'm an Iranian and support Iran, but I hope both Iraq and Iran go through to the World Cup. That's fantastic feeling.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
There was one good question here as well, saying being scouted in a professional club is not common. Is there any tips you could give to up your chances of being scouted?
Yeah, so I think there are many ways actually. If possible, I don't know which age, you know, but in general, if I speak about a youth player, it can be that you film your own games, making some highlight videos, put them online on social media. And also you have actually, you can even email, like some people have agents, you know, so you can maybe get in touch with a good football agent that wants to help you, and he can, together with you, he can help to promote you into clubs. You can also go your own way and look up clubs that you think would be a good step for you in your career, and you can actually find the email address for the sporting director or the scouts very easily. Everything is online nowadays. So just as an agent is working, you can also work by yourself. Look up the contact information and just send them an email. Present yourself, who you are, and knock on doors. Go to different clubs. Ask for a trial. Ask for them to invite you for a week where you can show your skills. So I think there are many applications also available now to have the closer relationship between free agent players or players that want to be scouted together with the club. So there are different forums. You can Google it and you will find it. So that's, I think, a couple of things.
Yeah, but you're really important what you said before as well. It's you have to play football. You have to be practicing. You have to use every minute if you want to be a footballer. As you said, you started the conversation by working very hard. You can't be international stars. Sometimes it's a talent, but also you have to work for it. If you don't work for it and practice, you lose that talent. I think this is really inspiring for these youngsters in here.
Yeah, for sure. And also now even I'm 30 now. So when I look back at my career, so even now it's new days. Football also is developing a lot. It's a market for young players. So you have everything, you know, set for you guys. So what I notice with young guys growing up and the guys who make it or not is the guys actually who have the mentality of always doing the extra work, you know, taking care of yourself, being disciplined, to train extra, to focus on your goal and not drift away right and left. And if you do that, I promise, you know, you will have the best life. You know, I had a privileged life. You know, I had more fun than my friends who had fun and missed football. I had more fun than them because you will have all possibilities in front of you. So that would be something that sets you apart from the guys who don't make it. And yeah, I think that's very important actually.
This is a good question about what level of fitness, this is repeated twice, what level of fitness do you need to be playing a professional level? It's really a good question, this one, for you, Jiloan.
Yeah, so, you know, if you train if you train hard, like we have been speaking about, and from young age, and you train until, like, you know, you're 16, 17, 18, 19, and you can make it to a professional level, the fitness you will have, of course you will have, because if you do the right work, you will have a good fitness level. and that will be enough. It's more about skills also. Of course, you need to eat good food, you need to sleep, you need to do all the things to help build your body and be strong. It's like everything you put inside of your stomach. Imagine a car, you know, you cannot put diesel in a gas car, so it will crash, and everything we eat transform into our muscles in our body. So that's also very important, the diet, the sleep. But if you take care of all these things, I would not say there is a certain fitness level, because every player is different. If you look at Ronaldo, if you look at Iniesta and Xavi, they are not the fastest, maybe they are not the strongest, but they have skill also. So skill is also, for me, very important. You can have some players that are not on the same fitness level, but this guy get away because he's so clever on the pitch. So it's very hard to answer, but I think if you train and do things correctly, you don't have to worry about your fitness level, because you will develop a playing style that will fit you, and it doesn't matter who you play against, you will manage. And also, I love the idea that you have also this academy where you're going to train boys and girls, especially the girls. You know, I think that's important for them to take that step and also play football, because parents, sometimes we, you know, coming to Europe, we don't have the same, you know, culture that, I don't say it's not allowed, but you don't push your daughter as you push your son. It was the same with me. I have two sisters, and my dad always told me later, why didn't I push your sister? Why didn't I push your sister? So my sister is actually doing the same thing in Sweden. She started a football club for girls, especially girls from other like cultures, you know, coming to Sweden, immigrants, because she knows the difficulties. So she sometimes had to knock on doors to speak with the parents for them to allow their daughter to go out. So I know about the problematics that we have, but things will be good.